I think he's away.
He's gonna throw Mojo.
I've been rolling fucking dice.
Wait, have you? I've not even been looking.
Wait a minute.
Oh, yes, he has.
Are you using the in-game dice rolling, or are you using the dice bot?
No, he's using the game.
Oh, why don't... Oh, you're using... Okay. So is your sheet good?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was what I was asking. You didn't respond. Okay, so I know Purities is good, Arch is good, you're good, so... Purity, when you think we've jabbered on long enough, we can start.
Alright, let me just switch out the screen here. 1 second. And we're good to go. Oh god, hold on, it's breaking. Why is the follower... hold on, I need to fix something on my end.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's why I asked.
Oh, like a wild shape. Nice.
Yeah, I think all druids can wild shape. It's just dependent on... I think your circle is dependent on the forms.
I can tell you that I can't.
Well, sorry, you can't because you're a fucking sick weirdo.
Correct. I'm covered in mushrooms.
Yes, exactly. You are lit. That is exactly how I am going to have your character, by the way. Your entire body is just going to be covered in mushrooms.
Give me 1 second to fix something because it is going bonkers on my end.
I will also say that the mushrooms you're covering yourself with are hallucinogenic in nature if you choose to have them that way.
Hot.
Or poisonous,
yes.
depending
Do
on
you
how
understand what you've done?
I perfectly understand what I've done. I've made this campaign that much more fun.
Oh boy.
I mean, there is also the one shot where it's literally just you guys drugging people with LSD and seeing what happens.
Okay, it's fixed. We can start.
All right, so we're good. Everybody has their shit in front of them. So as long as everybody's good to start, then we will go. So to give you a little bit of backstory on what has happened here, this is, in terms of a time frame, this is happening concurrently with Season 2. And you guys are actually right outside of the Calgarian town of Greenville. And basically what's happened is your group of... You've formed a group of druids. There is a massive group of druids that is formed because they wanted to try to uncorrupt the Elven Forest after, Cham blew up the life tree and everything like that.
I have no idea what you're talking about. This is fake news. I'm going to sue you for $1 billion.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to bring that one up on stream. So so basically, they've been trying to do that unsuccessfully, and they've decided instead that they are going to grow a forest on the moon. So they have taken a massive redwood tree, and they have transformed it using druid magic into a rocket ship. Now you have don't get copyright. Yeah, essentially. So basically, what happened is you guys have put a bunch of druid magic cores in it, so it literally works exactly like a Saturn V rocket. So it has modules that will disconnect as you get higher up into the atmosphere, and on top of that, it has what I refer to as the Acorn Lander, which I will post in general chat so you guys can get an idea of what you're looking at.
I want to drop out like the audio.
Oh, I need to put that in the... Thank you. I need that for the stream.
I feel like it's one of those fucking...
That is your Acorn. That is your...
You know the thumping machines in Half-Life 2 to get rid of the antlions?
Yes.
That's what it's looking like. Like it'll just thump the ground.
Well, I mean, it's a lander, so that's not really what it's supposed to do. You're supposed to ride in it. But yeah, so you have a compartment that has the Acorn Lander in it. You also have a crew compartment and a re-entry pod. Well, actually, sorry, I shouldn't say that. You have a crew compartment. You don't have a re-entry pod because you guys are about to get briefed on your mission. So they have chosen the best and brightest druids, or just the idiots that would volunteer for this, to pilot the ship into space. And like the old Apollo missions, it is a crew of 3. You 3, specifically. So you guys are gathered up at the launch site on the day of launch, and
let's just hope that we don't end up like the Challenger.
Oof, this is the Apollo missions. So just as long as it's Apollo 13 and you come back. All right. So you guys are there, and you're kind of just lined up below where the rocket is. There's a bunch of druids that are walking around, prepping everything for the launch. And an older druid comes up to you. He has a nice like cane made out of a wooden branch, and he has some glasses on that are made out of like tree limbs and stuff like that. And he looks at you. Hello there. I am Dr. Herdzig, and I am here to brief you on your mission to the moon. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah? You yeah too? Who's yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. No, we don't sing. No. This is not singing. It's not singing time. This is briefing time. So he goes over to a table near you, and he hands each of you a belt with a crystal on it. And the crystals are kind of blue and glowy. And he looks up. This is your shielding unit. You will wear it at all times when you are in space. Otherwise, you will not be able to breathe. We figured this out because we started sending monkeys up there, and unfortunately, they all died. So we concluded that it was probably because of no air.
I'm just nodding. Just trying to take everything in.
Do you want to roll intelligence to see if your character understands this? Also, by the way, what is your intelligence?
Intelligence is a 14.
You should understand this pretty thoroughly then. All of you should understand this. So he has that for you, which you can use for space travel, and then everything else that you're bringing with you. He also gives you a wooden box, and there's also so he gives you a wooden box, and they're also loading a larger box onto the rocket as they speak. And he looks over it. That is your portal home, and this is your power supply. It is known as a power orb. All you do is you stick it in the receptacle on the portal, and the portal will bring you back here. That way we do not have to ship you back with another rocket or leave you stranded up there to die. So all you do is get to the moon, set up the portal, insert the power orb, and you can come home. Capiche?
I want you to know how hard it is not to do the German accent too.
All I can think of is the scientist from Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Jesus.
I am the great, incredible Mr.
Yo, bitches.
You're welcome.
All right, so he gives you that instruction. He gives you those air belts, basically. And he says that the final preparations are being done to the rocket. You can board at any time. If there's anything you want to do before you leave, you may do it now.
I'm just gonna board.
Is there a cafeteria?
There is a craft service table.
Rate it. Bring everything with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick everything up.
All right. Do you have a bag of holding?
I do.
All right, so you're just gonna shovel it all in that?
Yep.
All right. So you go up to the craft service table and just kind of take your arm and open the bag and just kind of like shovel everything that's on the table, silverware, plates, food, everything, even the tablecloth into the bag of holding, and then just walk away. And the person behind the table just kind of like shrugs and walks off.
Hey, my fucking job.
Apparently not.
Paid enough for this shit.
All right, so you got all that food. Arch, do you want to do anything before you board the spaceship?
I have Nico.
No, I don't think so. I think I'll just head on to the rocket.
Wait, I'm back. What? Why does he sound Mexican?
That was a Midwestern Minneapolis accent.
Oh, was it? Because I was only hearing it really quickly.
No, I'm pretty sure it was Midwestern, right, Arch, or was that Mexican?
I can do Mexican.
I don't care. You can be a Mexican.
Senor, please let me go.
Senor, please, I'll
I
give you 3
need
wishes.
to water the plants. Senor. Senor.
I don't want to be offensive to Cham and his culture.
I don't give a fuck.
Neither do I. Be as offensive as you would like.
Exactly.
without slurs.
Senor.
I'll
got some
maintain the
oranges.
Midwestern.
No, go Mexican. Fuck you.
It's up to you, whatever you want to do. But purity is already.
I'm just doing the very passive fucking. You find me on the highway selling oranges, kind of Mexican.
Yeah. You need more lemon pledge. So all right, so
Yes, more
so-
lemon, please.
all right, so are all you guys good? You're all gonna board then?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else for me to try to steal, so I'm going on.
Hey Holmes, this chocolate bar tastes like a shit. The fuck
That
is
is not
this?
passive Mexican.
Oh God.
Yeah, I just fucking
has
Alan's just walk
spotted.
towards the ship, just eating a candy bar.
All right, you're just eating a candy bar, and then Arch, I'm assuming you're just gonna go on as well. So basically, all you guys take this little like rope elevator up to the top of a nearby tree that's adjacent to the rocket ship, and there's a little like walkway, like a rope bridge that's going to the entrance at the top of the rocket. And it's kind of like one of those moments where it's like, you know, like the movie Armageddon, where they're all like walking towards the rocket, like trying to act like they're all badass. Like,
I wanna
You have-
close my
I was gonna
eyes.
say somebody's got to
Yeah.
be really badly singing on the ground.
well, that's the thing. Well, that's the thing is Herzog there is on the ground.
I miss you, babe. 'Cause I
Yeah,
don't
the,
wanna miss a thing.
All right, we don't want to get copyright struck. So down at the bottom, the German guy is singing that, or the German druid.
Can we throw
Um,
some? No, I'm gonna throw an acorn at him.
Okay, you do that.
Do I have to roll for it, or can I just do it?
Yeah, roll dexterity.
I'm rummaging through the fucking bed, just tossing all the plates and.
Oh, that was not funny.
My
All
first
right.
nat 20 of the thing is just throw it.
1d4, roll for damage.
Before, is that the right one? I think I got the right one. I might not have.
Yes, that is correct. And that's doubled, so that's 6 damage directly to his head. So you nail him right in the middle of the head, so he just goes, I don't want to close my eyes. And as he finishes that line, it hits him directly in the head. His eyes roll back into his skull, and he falls backwards, unconscious. 2 other druids come over and start like fanning him because they think he fainted. They didn't really see the acorn hit him. And then they sort of drag him away. But he is okay. He's just unconscious.
Bullseye.
So, oh God. All right. So you guys are just kind of walking towards the rocket, and as you enter, so Purity, you're trying to walk like a badass. Arch, you're just kind of like looking around as you walk, and Cham, you're eating a candy bar as you enter into the spaceship. So all
He's
of you
eating
guys,
a candy bar, and I'm eating a whole stick of butter.
okay, I'm fine with that. That's disgusting, but I'm fine
I'm
with
just
that.
gonna keep walking, collecting the acorns as weapons at this point.
What's the movie with Tim Allen? He eats a whole thing of fucking butter and he like goes to the hospital.
I don't know, and I don't want to know.
Wild Hogs, I think was.
It might be. I know that had him in it. All right, so you guys enter into the spaceship. Now, inside the spaceship, there are a couple different crew areas. So there's an engine compartment, which is where your main thruster is. You can't go into the rocket. That is disgusting. You can't go into the rocket section, like the. Can you please just delete that? Because that is just horrifying.
Which one, the butter or
the butter?
penguin?
The butter. That's just disgusting. And that was probably real butter. Kinky. That's at least better. All right, so you guys enter into the spaceship. Now, there's several different chambers that you can go into as you're going up to where the crew section is at the tip of the rocket. And basically, there's kind of an engine compartment which has your power source in it, which is a Druid magic core. And you can't go into the sections that are going to break off from the rocket. You can only be in the module section at the top. But there's that. There is the chamber that has the acorn lander in it. And there is also a crew chamber with some beds and foot lockers for if you want to go and have some sleep. And then eventually, after you get past that point, then you get into the actual command center at the nose of the rocket.
Sit in my chair, buckle up, bust open a granola bar this time.
You guys always have to be eating.
trust me, trust me.
I am a big man.
Both of them are going to horribly regret what they've done.
I need my calories.
Well, butter, it lubricates the insides, don't you know?
That's not how that works. I think people in Wisconsin say the same thing about cheese. So all right, so you guys are now in the cockpit, and over the it's not a radio system, quote unquote, but it's basically a communication gem that's built into the console in the front of the ship for obviously communication purposes. So it glows green, and you hear a druid voice come out of it. It would have been the German guy, but you knocked him unconscious. So
I
somebody
regret
else.
nothing.
Hey there, big rocket ship people. We're here on ground. This is ground level. Let us know when you guys are ready to take off so we can get our crews out of the base of the rocket there. That way they don't get burned to death.
I'm gonna put the microphone near me, turn up the gain, and all you just hear is crunch of granola.
I'm going to pull it away from him and go, we're almost ready.
Roger that.
Bring it back.
Doing final checks now. So after a few minutes, the remaining druids that were around the rocket clear away, and basically what they come over you have already been trained on this, so you know. But in terms of the rocket's controls, there is a very large red button, and that's the red button that launches the rocket. Now the question is, who is the pilot, who is the co-pilot, and who is the navigator in this scenario? Because I never did ask that question.
I'll be the pilot.
You're the pilot. Who's the co-pilot? Who's the navigator?
I'll go co-pilot. Arch your navigator.
Okay, that means Arch is the navigator. So, Cham, it is your duty to slam that button.
I slam it down.
All right, as you hit the button, the magic cores in the base of the rocket begin to ignite. And you feel the rocket begin to lift off the ground. There's massive plumes of smoke that begin emanating from the bottom of the rocket and spreading out across everywhere. Now, the druids have backed up enough, and they have walls protecting them, so they're all okay. Any vegetation or wildlife that is around there is immediately lit on fire and destroyed as the rocket lifts off and flies up into the sky. Now, you guys are experiencing some pretty heavy G-forces at the moment as this thing flies off into the sky, basically going at the same speed that a normal NASA rocket would go. Because Arch and Cham were both eating massive amounts of God knows what before this launch, both of you roll Constitution.
I only ate one candy bar and one granola bar.
You were still eating.
Okay.
And Arch ate a stick of butter.
Oh yeah.
So both of you need to roll Constitution.
I roll 11. God damn it.
All right, well,
you see, butter, it helps the insides from coming out. That's what you got to do, friend.
All right, so Cham, you kind of puke a little bit in your mouth, but you're able to keep it in. Arch, you keep that butter down, even though you're a little bit gurgly. So you guys are able to blast off into space, and after the rocket escapes the planet's atmosphere, you can look back and you see, the continent of Calgar and everything that's left behind you, and just this blue orb that's back there. And in front of you is the moon. Now, it's going to take you several days to get there. I'll let you guys do any kind of prep you want to do before then, and then I'll fast forward to landing.
I guess I'll go around checking that everything's running smoothly.
Okay, you're going to go around and check some things. Are you guys going to do anything before you get there in terms of prep?
I'm going to pretty much steer in the... I'm just going to stay near the fucking... I'm sleeping in the chair.
Okay.
I gotta stay near the fucking thing.
All right, you're gonna stay up in the front. And Arch, are you gonna do anything?
Oh well, I'm gonna try and map out what direction we're going in.
All right, so you roll intelligence to draw a map.
Oh, this isn't gonna be good.
Also, keep in mind at this point, since you are free of the planet's atmosphere, you have no gravity on the ship.
I'm just munching on another. Oh my!
Damn, you're getting good rolls tonight.
He had a minus. What is your intelligence?
My intelligence is an 8. I was eating butter.
Oh my god! I didn't realize your intelligence was an 8. Okay. I guess it wasn't the best and brightest. I guess it was you. You must have been one of the volunteers. All right, so you rolled pretty high, so I'm going to say that you were able to draw an adequate chart map that sends you into orbit around the moon. So
I'm just stuffing my face.
Did we
with
just let
granola.
the idiot be the one that's navigating?
Yeah, pretty much.
you're the one that chose that. You could have been navigator.
Damn it.
Also, you never asked him what his intelligence was.
Yeah, that's true.
So okay, but he did make you an accurate map map to follow in terms of navigating around and up to the moon.
Maybe he's an idiot savant.
So Purity, because I want you to roll an intelligence check now.
Hold on, let me see what my intelligence is.
Your intelligence should be fairly high. I made it fairly high because you're a wizard.
So it
you're
would
a
be
druid.
okay. So it's the +5 thing. Okay.
Yeah, it would be +5.
How do I do the +5?
You can just roll and just add 5 to it. It's fine.
Okay.
So that would be a 16. So that's enough. So all right. So you kind of run around the ship. You make sure that there's nothing mechanical that's going to fail, which probably saved you a little bit of time in the long run. So all the systems are good as you guys arrive at the moon. Now the lunar, the Acorn lander is basically in a bay that can open up and be deployed. And as the end of the tree, which is where the module is and the piloting module and everything, is rotating around, basically, it's going to take an autopilot and it's going to allow you to launch the Acorn lander and land on the. All of the appropriate things that you need when you get down there have already been preloaded into the lander. So you have your portal kit, you have your power orb, you have any form of rations and scientific equipment you might need. So all the stuff should be on there already. You guys just need to launch. So after you guys are ready, you can launch out with the Acorn lander and land on the actual moon. But you're also going to need to pilot that down a little bit because it does have some reverse thruster.
All right, I'm just gonna board it.
Yeah, I'm going to the pilot seat.
Okay. All right. So all three of you guys load yourselves onto the lunar lander or the Acorn lander, and Cham, I want you to roll a dexterity check because there is no ride.
Oh.
Okay. All right, so basically the Acorn lander launches and it floats down towards the moon as the rocket continues its orbit around. And as you guys get close, Cham, you actually you hit the thrusters a little early, so you're coming in a little bit hot. So I'm going to roll for the Acorn lander to see if it's damaged on landing. Okay, it made it actually significantly well. It didn't roll low. So you are able to successfully land the Acorn lander on the moon. And again, you have those special gem belts on, which allow you to breathe. So as it lands, it then opens up and you are gifted with a view of the lunar landscape.
I'm just going to draw a penis.
Of course you are.
Roll dexterity.
Dexterity?
It's just for realism purposes.
I hope it's bad.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh, God.
That is a photorealistic dick that you just drew on the moon. That it literally looks like just a naked dick.
Very nice, Captain. Very nice.
I was hoping it'd be like a 2 or a 3. So it's
just
a kindergarten fucking drawing.
Yeah. It's just the banana and 2 grapes. You drew a very realistic penis on the moon. So now that will never go away unless somebody actually erases it with a foot or something. So you guys begin unloading the Acorn lander, and your ship, basically, your co-pilot, who is Arch, is the one that's trained to set up the portal along with your navigator. Or sorry, your co-pilot. Your co-pilot is Purity. I stand corrected. I got that mixed up. But both of you are the ones that are trained to set up the portal system because Cham is busy off drawing his dick.
Well, I'm also the muscle, so I'm taking everything off.
Yeah, but still, after that, you're busy drawing a dick while they're setting the portal up.
Yeah.
So both of I want both Purity and Arch to roll intelligence checks for putting it together.
Oh dear.
Oh my god.
She's gonna help you a little bit.
Oh, what's wrong?
Oh. All right, Arch.
What's your oh, it's a 7?
All right. Arch is okay. So Purity, what's your dexterity?
My dexterity, +1.
Or sorry, not your dexterity. That's your intelligence. I had you roll intelligence. That's a 7, and then Arch rolled a 14. All right. So it takes you a little while. So Arch, you're actually trying to put, as you're putting it together, you're actually trying to put a round peg in a square hole before Purity comes over and changes the pieces in your hands.
Everything is
sorry.
applicable with enough butter.
Sorry, I stand corrected. Purity rolled lower. Purity, you are trying to put a round peg in a square hole before Arch comes over and gives you the correct part.
Thank you.
I just rub the part in butter and I hand it back to her. Said, "Push harder now."
Do I have to roll for this?
Roll strength.
The buttery goodness will help.
Oh, that was almost a 20.
Yeah, almost.
I know,
one.
right?
What's your
So it's
strength?
+1.
All right, so that's a 9. So, all right, so I mean, you're able to put it together. It takes you guys a little while. You put it together wrong a couple of times.
Everything
So,
is buttery. Help.
Yeah, no, everything's kind of slippery now because Arch has just thoroughly covered everything in butter. Just because he's covered in it from eating it. Which
As
is
God intended.
which is disgusting. So you guys, it takes you about 2 hours to put the portal together, but the portal is finally complete. The only thing you have to do is put in the power orb, which is in the wooden box.
Oh, that one should be easy. Should we roll for this?
Well, you're gonna have to find the wooden box because it's among the different components. So I want you to roll I think 5e has a search check.
Yes, it does.
Then you're gonna roll a search check.
Oh, that one
Well-
gives me a good roll.
Perception, but it is search and all that.
Yeah.
So mine.
This
would
is
be
the one where they
+3.
condensed everything to one thing because people are too dumb.
Yeah, basically.
So it would be +3, I think, for mine.
Yeah, whatever the associated stat is with it. So that means you got so the 17, so that's an unnatural 20. And then Arch, if you want to roll for a search check as well to look for it. Okay, so it's an 11. So Arch, you look around in the general area, but you don't see it. Purity, you actually look around and you find what looks like the spot where the box would have been. It's just, you can see the outline of the box, but then you see what looks like these small little tracks that are leading away from it that don't look human.
Guys, it looks like somebody took our box.
They're small tracks, by the way. They're not very large. They're like the size of maybe like a dog.
Can I start tracking it?
Do I hear her say that?
Do you hear her say?
Do we have like a communications thing in our helmets or anything?
You don't have helmets. You just have those. You just have those waistbands, unless you grew a helmet of like tree limbs or something around your head. But you can hear each other because the gems in your belts also act as communication devices.
All right,
So,
I'm gonna pull out my freaking my hammer. I'm gonna cock it like a shotgun. Hey, which way?
Follow
like
me.
Scary Movie 3 with the shovel.
Yeah.
You son of a okay, I'll let that one go.
I'm gonna
I don't
turn
care.
into a dog. Let's see.
Actually, you know what, Cham? I'm gonna say your hammer also doubles as a shotgun. I'm gonna say the bottom of it is like a barrel, like the handle. So if you turn it around the other way and pull a trigger, you can fire it with a one shot. So you have one shotgun shell
spoiling him.
floated in there. I am, but it's a fun idea.
I'm gonna turn into a jackal and follow it.
All right, we'll see. What's the damage for that then?
Just call it 2d10 plus 5.
2d10. 5. Jesus Christ. My hammer only does 2d6s.
Well, yeah, but you also only have one shot in that.
Alright. Touche. It's just fucking acorns.
That would actually be funny. Although I mean, if you modified them, I guess you could shoot them out of a druid gun, but you would also have to, craft that in some way.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you
You
wanted
could
it
take the
powered
extra
by
for
magic.
future-
parts from the
future
from
purpose.
everything.
Well, hang on a second here. Purity, I gave you the spell Catapult. Now, did you read what that does?
Hold on. Okay. Where do I? Hold on.
I can explain it to you, but you have a spell called Catapult, which basically allows you to mentally or telepathically take an object and throw it.
I'm gonna
So-
do such evil things.
So what I'm going to say for this is, if you wanted to, you could grow like something with like a barrel and put an acorn in it. And if you wanted to, you could use the catapult spell to fire it like a gun.
I like this idea, and I'm gonna do it.
Roll a crafting check for me, which would be... Leave that... I don't think there is a crafting check in 5e, if I remember correctly.
No, there ain't.
So that would be...
Performance?
I'm just going to call it a straight intelligence check because it's basically just a spell. Or a thing, so yeah.
So yeah, that's a natural 20.
Okay, so you're
No, wait,
able
that's
to
more than
make...
that.
You're able to make something that very much resembles like basically a like an old like Minuteman style like rifle, like an old like flintlock rifle. Basically, it looks kind of like that, except that it has a little open chamber that's just big enough for an acorn. Now, if you use your catapult spell to fire that, I'm going to say because of the speed and the barreling and everything like that, I'm going to say that's going to do 3d4 plus 3 damage.
Where do I write? Okay.
So if you go to your weapons section on your page, do you have that open in an editor, by the way, or you just have it open?
No, I can edit it right now. I just figured out how to do it.
Okay, yeah. So you just go to you should have a thing that lists weapons. Just put acorn gun and then put that as damage. So it's 3d4 plus 3.
It's what again?
3d4 plus 3.
All right.
Because you're literally shooting an acorn, and you have to use a catapult spell to use that. Okay, so I'm going to say you have that. So you have that for varmint hunting, and then Cham has a shot.
I'm glad I collected all those acorns.
I mean, I was going to let you use them in some way anyway, so that kind of works. So all right, so you're all alerted to the fact that the power orb is missing, and you see these tracks leading off on the lunar surface. Now, because it's the lunar surface, the tracks don't disappear, so you can follow those pretty easily.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna make you roll.
I turn into a jackal and just running after it.
Okay, you can do that. The belt, by the way, because you're druids and because they know you're druids, it will change with your wild shape.
Sweet.
So you don't have to worry about it falling off. So all right, so you're a jackal, so you're following that. Arch, are you following her and Cham?
Oh yeah, I suppose. Seems like a good idea.
Okay. All right, so you both are following her. So after a little while, you guys reach an area that looks kind of like it. There's a few high mountains. There's a crater up there from some kind of an impact. And you notice that the tracks lead into the crater. And down at the bottom, it appears that it looks like a crashed, like saucer-shaped object that's sitting down like sideways almost in the dirt at the bottom of this crater. And it looks like it's fairly heavily damaged. There's a large hole in the side of it.
I'm gonna have my shotgun pointed towards the door. I'm walking to the door.
All right, so you're going to walk down into the crater and you're going to walk up to the ship. The tracks appear to lead right up to the hole in the side of it. Is anybody going to follow him in, or are you going to let him go first?
I'm gonna let him go first. I'm tiny. I'd
Yeah,
be
he
too easy
seems like
picking.
he's ready.
All right, so Cham, you're going to go in first. So as you walk inside the ship, it's fairly dark. But either do you have dark vision as a Goliath? I can't remember.
It doesn't say.
I don't.
I did.
I don't think you do. It's mostly small races that have that.
Yeah.
I know Purity does because she's a gnome. I
do have produce flame.
Well, you can do that to light the area if you want.
Sure, I'll use produce flame.
All right, so you basically your hand just turns into a torch, basically. So you produce flame and you light up the area. So the ship looks like it's kind of derelict. There's a lot of like what looks like fire scoring and stuff on the walls. It looks like there's a lot of internal damage to it. You don't see any kind of like remains of anything. It just looks like it's completely empty.
Hey, you see anything in there yet?
Man, I don't see shit.
Are we supposed? Do you want us to send somebody else in there? Please say no. Please say no.
Bring the midget.
Damn it! Don't you want some? Don't you want someone taller?
Oh no, I don't think so. Besides, if you see anything in there that might, I don't know, like hug your face or something, we have butter to pry it off.
What is it with you and butter?
He just loves butter, and I'm just gonna say, Arts, that you have an unlimited supply of butter.
Oh, thank God. He's got a little fanny pack. He just keeps reaching in and eating it.
It's a level 4 bag of holding that's just filled with sticks of butter.
Oh yeah.
No. Fuck sticks of butter. It's all just butter, and he just scoops it up.
Oh, that is horrifying. That's worse. Yeah, let's do that.
Handfuls.
So the stick of butter you had earlier was just because you shaped it like that in your hand.
That's my snack butter.
That's so disgusting. That's so many levels. Okay. All right, so Purity's going to enter as well. Arch, are you just going to wait outside, or are you going to enter too?
Oh, I suppose I can go inside.
All right,
I'm gonna start hitting the sides of the ship with the hammer.
Can I use detect magic to look for something?
You can use detect magic to detect magic.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if there might be any magic in here.
All right. You roll detect magic. You do not detect. You do detect magic, and it feels like it's coming from a room near the end of the corridor you're currently standing in. So the way that works is the corridor leads down, and there's rooms on either side. But you see that at the end of it, there looks like there's a door that's kind of pried open, and it seems like it's coming out of that room.
Guys, I'm detecting something, and I don't think we should go near it. I think we should go back to the acorn lander.
I'm gonna have my shotgun ready. I'm like, swear to God, my daughter's in there with some of them dark elves. I'm gonna be mad as hell.
What is actually wrong with you?
At least he said dark elves. Oh God, we should do.
Still in jackal form, looking at him like, what is wrong?
You know what would be? You just gave me a terrible idea.
Oh no.
If you did like a campaign with all the races that we joke about, so it would be like dark elves and deep gnomes and shit. But another time.
That's gonna have to be an Odyssey.
Another time. D&D Night Civil Rights Edition.
Are we gonna do police simulator? What's happening?
I'm
not doing that. That's
no, we could. We just have to do that on a different platform.
My character will be the deep gnome version of Rosa Parks.
Ooh.
Oh no!
Ooh.
You're gonna get in trouble.
Well, as long as nobody's Rodney King. All right. So Cham, you're gonna keep going down to the end of the hallway to the room she pointed out.
I'm the fucking barbarian, of course. I want to kill.
Okay.
I'm going back into my gnome form just in case.
Okay, so you guys, all right, so you're going down there. So Cham, as you get to the door, you look inside and you see that the room appears to be filled with 10 of these kind of like fleshy looking, like oblong little objects that are on the floor, kind of egg shaped. 5 of them appear to have their tops opened up. The other 5 are closed. I want
What kind of aliens bullshit is this?
Smash that shit with a hammer.
You also notice that on the far side of the room is the wooden box containing the power orb. It's embedded in a fleshy patch on the wall. The entire inside of the room looks like it's encased in this like nasty, gooey flesh-like substance.
I don't like this.
All right, what do I gotta roll?
To get through, are you trying to get through the room quietly?
No, I'm just like tiptoeing, like battling, like da 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 da.
Yeah, that's what
hitting every sack I can.
All right, so you're just playing whack-a-mole with the eggs?
Hell yeah!
All right, so roll. So are you hitting the empty ones as well as the ones that are not empty?
I'm hitting everything.
All right, roll 10 d20s.
10 d20.
And those are all going to be strength checks.
He's gonna get a solid 20s. Watch.
Well, his strength is also ridiculous because I think his strength is a +9.
Because it's now 29.
Yeah,
strength.
so your strength is a +9. All right, so the first one there is a miss.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so you smush 7 of the 10 eggs. The other ones, you're kind of like the last 3, you're a little tired, so they don't exactly smush. But as you're the one out of the ones that you smushed, there were 2 of them that appeared to have something else in them, but you crushed it beyond all recognition. The 3 that you didn't crush were unopened. They still had they basically still had a little bit of their structural integrity left, so you couldn't just, smush them like an insect. And as you're going through the room, those 3 eggs then proceed to open after you've done your crushing exercises. And as you look inside, out of them, you see these little claws start to claw at the side. And
why would I look inside?
Well, in terms of, I don't mean like looking right over it. I mean like just looking as it's opening, because you have the fire still, so you can see.
Yeah.
Also, Purity, if you're at the door, you have dark vision. You can see this as well. And Arch, do you have dark vision, or are you?
Is Arch still outside, or did he finally come in?
He's in there with you.
Okay.
Arch, do you have dark vision?
I do not have dark vision. No.
Do you have any kind of a light spell?
Well, I could produce some flame or do some other stuff, but I think he's got it so far. Everything sounds all right.
All right, so you're just sitting there listening to all these smushing noises.
Just eating butter.
I'm just kind of wincing every time he smashes one.
Yep, pretty much. So as you notice, there's little like clawed hands that come up out of the eggs, and you see what looks like a brain.
Captain,
like a sentient being's brain that is attached to the little clawed legs.
Captain, we are not alone in here.
I'm raising my hammer up.
Don't smash it. We need to know what it is.
You'll be able to smash one of them before the other 2 are able to jump out at you. So you can
smash.
Roll. All right, roll for attack then.
No, I got 2 attacks.
All right, if you have 2 attacks, then I'm going to allow you to attack 2 of the eggs.
Okay.
Purity, you do have your rifle.
Oh,
I am cocking that motherfucker like there's no tomorrow. Click, click.
Okay, so it's plus 9 for both. The 14 will miss. The 22 will hit.
14 will miss? What the fuck?
They're small and they're quick.
Okay.
Isn't the threshold usually 15?
Huh?
I thought the threshold for hitting is usually 15.
It depends on the creature.
Okay.
Also, he rolled below a 15.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I don't know why he's surprised.
Because, like I said, it depends on the creature. There's size advantages. There's a bunch of different shit that goes into what the AC is for hitting. But the second one will hit, so you can roll for damage on that one. That's one of the eggs.
Okay,
all right.
That's 2d6. Oh,
that was a d20 plus 6. So do 2d6. All right, and is that plus anything, or is it just the 2d6?
It's just 2d6.
All right, that's enough to squish the egg. Hang on a quick second.
Nah, goddamn.
Okay. All right, so that's enough. So basically what you do is as that one comes out of the egg, it leaps at you, and you swing your hammer around and smack it out of the air, and it flies across the room and hits the wall and then falls onto the floor. It flips upside down and kind of does that thing where, like,
spider thing, like a mind flare.
Yeah, sort of. Like, it's just sort of like its legs kind of like curl in and it like curls up into a ball and just like stops moving. The other two, however, are going to try and attack you. So they're going to leap at you. I'm going to roll for both of their attacks. All right. What's your AC, by the way?
It says 15, but I think it's more.
Did you calculate in your armor?
I-
Also, your AC goes down if you're a giant level class because you're a bigger target. So if it's 15, then the second one is going to hit. The first one will not. So the first one just kind of like, it hits you, but it just sort of like bounces off your armor because it doesn't like get a handhold. The second one like actually leaps onto you and is going to try and attack. Now, the way that its attack works is going to attack with its claws. And it's going to, and because it rolled like that, it's going to be 2d6 plus 2 damage. Because it's going to just try and claw at like your head, basically. Second, let me roll that. D4 plus 2. Oh, god damn it. Okay. So that's 4 damage to you. So he's just kind of like clawing near the back of your head. Purity, you're going to be able to use your rifle if you want.
Alrighty, I'm gonna aim at it. What do I roll?
You're gonna roll your it's gonna be your attack, but it's a dex weapon, so you're gonna add your dex to it.
All right, give me a minute. That's plus. $19.
That's what the +5? Oh,
Dex is
No,
plus
you-
1.
your dex is +1. Well, actually, I'll have you use intelligence because you're using a magical spell to launch that.
Then it's way past 20.
Yeah, so that's going to hit. So roll for damage. I believe I said it's 3d4 plus 3.
Let's see.
And the d4 is the little pyramid one.
Yeah, I'm just double checking. Yep. So that's 3 of them.
Yep, 3 of them, and then add 3 to whatever the final roll is.
Oops, wrong button.
All right, so add 3 to that. That's 11 damage. All right, so you shoot that one. That's the one that is trying to scratch at his head. So you shoot right at that one, and it flies off the side. Now, Arch, you're hearing all of this at this point. So you just heard the acorn gunfire, and you heard Cham like yell and smash something. So you don't. Do you want to roll intelligence to see if you can discern what's going on?
I would love to roll intelligence.
I'm gonna make you roll that as many times as I can now that I know it's an 8. Damn.
Jesus.
Okay. You figured out exactly what's going on. They are under attack.
Wait a minute. That's not the sound of butter.
Please tell me his character's name is just Butter.
Yeah, it's me.
They call me Butter Tom.
Okay, well, that's your name now. Your name is Butter Tom.
Buttery Tom. That's even better.
Buttery Tom. Okay, that's fine. All right, so are you going to do anything at this point with any kind of like attacks or anything, or are you just going to stand there?
Yeah, I could do something.
Because I will allow you to do something if you wish.
I am gonna cast Cloud Kill. And just like kind of push it forward ahead of me.
Okay.
120-foot range, 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point.
Okay, the only thing is you're also going to probably be hitting Cham with that.
I was about to say, is that going to hurt us?
Con saving throw or take 5d8 per save or half if you succeed. He'll be fine.
All right, if you want to do it, that's fine. That means Sham's going to have to roll a Constitution save.
Butterfog, away!
Okay. All right. So, how much is the Constitution save?
It's whatever their con save is.
Okay.
He's gonna be chucking butter at everything.
Okay.
Oh shit! Hold on, let me see.
Can you put butter in the cloud?
Oh god, I hope so.
It is a
My
better one.
DC is a 14, so con save against 14.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll for the 2 remaining brain things. All right, those are only plus, so both of those fail. Oh, Sham fails as well. So they're all going to take full damage. So Arch, roll damage.
I hate you so much, Arch.
I mean, to be fair, you have the Ring of Regeneration.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, it's already been 10 minutes.
Oh son of a bitch! This is 5d8, huh?
Yep.
Let me
Okay.
That's 1d. Well, that'll So you. Yeah. So yeah, I'll say that. All right. So 21 damage. All right. So that's going to be 21 damage to everything. So you kill the last 2 brain things, and as that happened, Cham also takes 21 damage.
Are you okay, Captain? I'm not coming near you, by the way.
And
I
as
have
I hit
solved the problem.
as I hit the ground, I'm gonna release that one spell.
I'm going to already flee the room. I'm
You're
out.
not in the room. You're not in the room.
Oh, I didn't know if we were actually like still at the door or not.
You and Arch are by the door. He's in the room squashing things with a hammer.
Yeah, no, I'm away from that door now, and I'm long gone.
Give that one a second. So, so Cham, what were you saying?
Stinging cloud.
Oh, you're gonna let loose Stinking Cloud? Okay.
Better.
All right, you're gonna let loose Stinking Cloud. So, if I remember correctly, that has a 60-foot radius.
No, I think on here it says 20.
Okay, so it's a 20-foot radius. I couldn't remember. I think it depends on what level you're casting.
No,
at.
never mind. 90.
Okay, that's what it is. Yeah, I remember because I remember you guys used it to stink out an entire cruise ship once.
Yes, 90.
Okay, so yeah, so that's everything in the general area is bathed in a stink cloud. Now, what I'm going to do is I have to take a piss real quick. I will be right back. You guys all need to roll Constitution saves to make sure you don't vomit.
Besides me.
You have a nose?
You don't vomit. If you
Jesus
vomit at your own,
Christ,
at your own
bullshit!
Hang on a second. I gotta run. I'll be right back.
Okay, I might have to give Joker his shot, so that worked for me.
See, what you have to do is you have to push butter in your nose.
I am not willing to try that, no.
Well, that's your loss.
Fine, fucking give me the butter. Please.
We'll see if Michael let us do a re-roll. He just passes you a hand of butter.
This is so
See the
dumb.
noxious gas going towards you.
It's one of those slow-mo things. People are thinking of South Park now. Yes, that's basically what happens when we play D&D. It just becomes a giant group of retards from South Park.
Well, you're not wrong.
Okay, so Cham and Arch, you guys don't vomit. Purity, you do.
No, wait, Arch, tell them what you suggested.
Mike, I was gonna say, can she get a re-roll if I just like hand her butter to shove in her nose? Because that's what I did.
Sure.
Oh God, like I don't.
I'll give you a re-roll with an additional +2 because of the butter shoved in your nose.
Oh come on!
So what's your Constitution?
Hold on, let me check.
I don't think it's gonna matter, but I'm just curious.
+2.
So that's with an additional +2, so that's +4, so that's a 7. So yeah, no, you still puke all over yourself.
Ah.
All right, so the next thing, hang on a sec. Let me just bring up the 5e sheet because what you guys are going to do is you guys specifically Arch and Purity, you guys are both going to roll perception.
What did you need me to roll?
Perception, please.
Perception. So that's +3. So that's 19,
22.
20, 21, 22, 22.
All right, you rolled a 22, and Arch?
Rolled a 17.
Okay. So both of you hear a thud behind you, as if something just kind of dropped down from the ceiling.
Well, that's not good.
Keep in mind, Purity, if you turn around, you have dark vision. You can see whatever it is. Arch, you cannot because there's no light.
I'm gonna turn around and see. And can I use is it fairy fire that makes it so that there's fire for him?
Fairy fire? Did I give you that power, or is that a druid ability?
That's on my list.
It's fairy fire. Oh, that is fairy fire first level evocation. Oh, okay. So it's just like it outlines things. So 20-foot cube within range is outlined in blue, green, or violet light, your choice. Any creature in the area when the spell is cast is also outlined in light if it fails a dexterity saving throw. For the duration, objects and affected creatures shed dim light in a 10-foot radius. Okay, so it needs to. So basically, the thing that's behind you needs to roll a dexterity check. Otherwise, it's going to be in light. It rolled a 1, so it is highlighted in light. So Purity, you can actually everybody can see it now because Cham, you can see through the open door, and you look behind you, and it looks like a humanoid type thing with a large tail and a very oblong head. But you can see that the back of the head looks like it's been cracked open, and there's something pulsating coming out of the back that looks kind of similar to a brain, a human brain or a sentient brain.
I hate it.
And it also doesn't look too friendly because it shoots out a second tongue that screams at you.
We might want to kill it or run.
Everybody, well, it's also blocking your way out at this point.
All right,
so
kill it, kill it, kill it.
Everybody's got to roll initiative. I will be rolling for the thing. And it gets a +5 for initiative, so that is...
How do we tell what our initiative would be?
Your initiative should just be, I believe, in this version, I think it's just adding your dex modifier.
Oh, it was a 19. God
So
damn it.
mine's just +1, okay.
Oh, well.
All right, and Arch, are you going to fight it as well, or are you just going to throw butter at it?
That is his
All right,
way
so-
of fighting.
I would like to choose both.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so Arch, you're going to be able to go first, then the monster, then Purity, and then Cham. So Arch, you are up.
All right, give me just a sec. I am gonna try and touch attack that motherfucker.
Okay, what are you using for a touch attack?
Contagion. It's a spell, but it's a touch attack, so I need to diddle him.
Okay, roll
the
the hit.
contagion butter.
But I have this other pocket of contaminated butter. That's not the butter you want to eat, you see. Well, that's not good. I might have slipped on my own butter.
You didn't slip, but the creature backs away from you as you try to grab it. Do you get multiple attacks per turn at your level?
That's a good question.
I believe you do.
Well, second verse, same as the first. We're gonna double down on this butter.
All right, you're just still running after him with greasy butter hands. Oh,
Well,
okay, that'll
that's
hit.
a unnatural 20 of butter.
All right, that one will hit. So
You
what does
gotta-
contagion do?
You got to change your dice to be yellow like butter.
Oh, Jesus. Your touch inflicts disease. Make a melee spell attack against a creature within your reach. On hit, you afflict the creature with a disease of your choice.
What are you going to give
Oh,
it?
God.
Chlamydia?
Blinding, filth, flesh rot, mind fire, seizure, slimy doom.
Are you going to make it seize?
I am gonna go with the blinding sickness to remove its ability. It's eyes turn milky white, disadvantage on wisdom checks and wisdom saving throws, and it is blinded.
Okay, I will tell you that it does not appear that it has eyes.
Oh, okay, then I'll choose slimy doom then, which is disadvantage on con checks, con saving throws, and takes damage. Whenever it takes damage, it'll be stunned until the end of its next turn.
Okay. So you do that. So does that do any damage or just does effects?
Just effects. I'll post it in Gen too.
Okay, thank you. All right, so you do that. So you cover him in goop. Nasty butter goop.
Just lots of butter all over him.
Pretty much, yeah. You just it's rotten butter. It's butter that you can no longer ingest without getting physically sick. So it's just it's
take
gross.
That as a challenge.
It's gross and it's nasty, but it is still useful for this purpose. So you do that. Now it is the alien's turn, and the alien is going to go after you because you just covered it in nasty butter. So first thing it's going to do is it's going to do a grapple.
Fair.
First thing it's going to do is it's going to do a grapple check. And it also, by the way, it does get 2 attacks per turn. Hang on.
Okay.
So hang on a second. Let me roll for its grapple. 14 plus.
Doesn't matter. It hit.
Doesn't matter. Okay, fair enough. All right, so he has successfully grappled you, and he is going to use his little mini mouth attack to skewer you. So basically, that as far as its hit is a +7 to hit. So in reality, that was actually a 21. And it is going to do 4d8 plus 4 damage. That is 11 plus 4 is 15. So that's 15 damage that it does to you. The grapple did take up one of its turns, so it will not get a second attack. However, it is going to stay grappled to you.
Well, all right. Could somebody get this thing off of me? It stinks of nasty butter.
Also, he just shot a hole in you with his mouth.
Yeah, there's that too. That kind of hurts.
Yes, you're leaking butter infused blood all over the place. Because your blood has been so caked with butter over the years because of how much you've been eating. It's actually more viscous, like a syrup.
I was just about to. Does it just like slowly leak out?
Yeah, it's kind of like if you like stab a Stretch Armstrong and then just let it go.
Let it go. Let it go.
Also,
No.
you're in semi low gravity, so it's leaking out a little bit slower than it would normally. So basically, that happened. Now it goes down to Purity, so you can choose what you want to do. You can very clearly see this thing, by the way, because you have dark vision. So you can choose to use a magical spell. You can choose to use your acorn launcher. You can do whatever you want.
Let me see. Give me a second. You know what? I'm going to shoot it in the face with my catapult gun, acorn gun.
Okay, so you're going to use another one of your catapult spells and shoot an acorn at it. So that means you're going to roll. This time you're going to roll for attack, and the attack is going to be plus your intelligence because it's technically a magical spell.
That's
all right, and that's +5, so that'll be a 19. Let me double check quickly. That will hit.
okay.
So you can roll. You can roll for damage. You shot the acorn at it. I believe that's +3 as well. So that is going to be a 10 damage. So you do 10 damage to it. The acorn shoots through its side and out the other side. But even though the body appears to have taken damage, it doesn't really react at all to what you're doing.
Well, that's not good.
So now it is going to go down to Cham. So Cham, you're still inside the room, but you do have the ability to make a movement action and go over to where it is.
I do have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Since I can only wild shape into freaking Underdark creatures,
Yep.
am I able to wild shape into a beholder?
That is beyond your current level at this point. You're only a level 10.
All right. I'm just gonna freaking charge forward and activate rage.
Okay, and that's going to boost your strength to something else, correct?
+2 melee damage.
+2 melee damage. Okay, so you're going to do that, and then I'm assuming you're going to use your hammer on it.
Yeah, you just hear this fucking loud stomping as it comes closer and closer, and you just see a fucking hammer just being ready.
Okay, so what happens is, all right, so you're going to use a movement action to go to him, and then you're going to attack him with the hammer, so roll for attack.
All right, and I also have 2 attacks.
Well, that would be 2 attacks if you didn't do anything else during the turn, but you have a movement action beforehand, so it's going to be 1.
Initiative.
All right, that will hit.
Sweet.
Also, you don't use your initiative when you're doing that. You would have used your strength because it's a hammer.
Oh yeah,
but it still hits regardless.
I'm still,
your strength is ridiculous.
I'm used to doing the
Yeah, there's no like real base attack bonus in this.
Really?
Well, I mean there is, but it's
no. I mean no, when I roll.
Yeah. It's all right, so you do 4 damage. So you smack that thing with your hammer, and it's enough to make it let go of Arch. So the grapple is broken, and it kind of smashes into a wall that's right near it. So before it took, so Purity did 10 damage to it. You did 4 damage to it. It is still very much alive. Arch, it's going to go back up to you now.
Okay, just remember the whole getting stunned thing because of all the butter.
Yeah, well, he's also stunned right now because Cham just launched him against the wall anyway, so he's not going to be able to do anything on his turn, probably. He's kind of just flailing about.
Okay, I'm going to try to pull a Dominate Beast off.
Okay. And what is
a wisdom
it?
Saving throw?
A wisdom saving throw. Okay, give me a quick second. A wisdom saving throw. Okay, so it's going to be a straight one. So what does it have to pass?
My DC is a 14.
Okay. 16. It passes.
Son of a bitch. Well, I think we should just kill it then.
Yeah, it's going to be stunned. So Purity and Cham, you guys are going to get a chance to attack it because it's in a prone position now because it got knocked against the wall and it took damage like that.
Let's do it.
All right, so you guys can attack in unison if you would like at this point because, again, it's in a prone position. So you're each going to get a +2 to attack anyway.
What does Flame Blade do?
Assuming it lights your sword on fire.
Because I also have Flaming Spear. Can I use that and turn my acorn into a flaming thing to shoot at it?
Okay, so Flaming Blade is you produce a fiery blade in one hand. Flaming Spear?
Sphere.
Oh, sphere, yeah. No, that basically all that does is it forms a sphere of fire around whatever you're attacking. So yes, you can do that. It's a 5-meter diameter sphere that you can form around anything within 60 feet of you.
So I can't just use like put my acorn on fire and then shoot it at it?
Well, it's more effective if you actually just use it to encompass the being in a fireball.
Okay, I'll do that instead.
All right, so you're going to use Flaming Sphere. So that is going to be it's prone, so it doesn't get a dex save. So that's just going to be an intelligence roll to make sure that you don't have like a spell failure or something, and then you can calculate for damage.
+5, so 15.
That will hit, especially because it's taking a -2 already. So it should also say on your sheet what that does for damage, I believe.
Let me see.
Hang on a second. And that is going to do. All right. Okay, so. All right, so it does 2d6 fire, but since you're above level 3, it's going to do 3d6 fire damage. Those are d4s.
Oh, whoops. So that would be this one. Okay.
Yeah, that's the regular 6-sided dice. That was almost a 5. All right, so that's 3d6 fire damage. So that's an additional 9 damage. So basically what happens is as soon as you cast that spell, the pulsating brain that's coming out of the oblong head in the back jumps out immediately and then tries to scurry away from the actual body, and the body begins to go limp. Cham, I'm going to give you a chance to swoosh it. Or you can blow it away with a shotgun blast. It's up to you. That's still enough to hit.
Sweet.
So you're smashing it?
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm not going to bother. Well, I wasn't going to bother having you roll for that, but since you did anyway, it is enough. So you take your hammer and you smash it down, and the thing just explodes like a watermelon at a Gallagher show. It just fucking goes everywhere. There's just 4 little legs and brain matter left, and everything in the room is dead. There's still the box that's embedded on the wall that has your power orb in it.
Captain, go get the box.
I'm gonna like do the whole mouth puppet with my hand as I walk away. Put the hammer on my back.
Okay.
These
gonna
fucking
lob an
broads,
acorn
they're
at it there.
always all angry with me for some reason.
All
I
right.
go around to say shit. They are not.
Fine, I'll
anywhere
say,
near.
please, Captain.
That is better.
All right. So you walk at the back and you grab the box. Now, as you grab the box, you remember the little brain that got knocked against the wall and it kind of curled up?
It's gone. Fuck you.
No, it's not gone. So what happens is, as you go up, you notice that it turns over and it looks a little wobbly, but it looks up, even though it doesn't have eyes, it acts like it's looking at you, and then you see a tongue protrude from underneath it, and it kind of starts panting like a dog and barks.
I'm shooting it.
No, I want to keep it as a pet.
I'm shooting it.
It doesn't appear to be hostile.
No, don't shoot it.
I'm shooting it.
No, can I stop him?
I'm shooting it.
Can I throw an acorn at him to stop him?
I'll allow you to try and divert the shot if he's going to blast. So, Cham, it's not going to move. It's just kind of sitting there, like in the position that a dog would normally sit with its tongue out.
I'm shooting it.
I know what you said. You're shooting it, so it's just going to stand there. So I'm not going to make you roll to hit. Purity, I will make you roll to try and stop him.
What is that plus anything, by the way? My dice is stuck.
I see that. It didn't really register. Okay, there. Now it registered.
That's weird.
You're using the acorn?
Yeah.
All right, so that's gonna be a +5. So Cham, I want you to roll with your since you're using a shotgun, it would be a dexterity check. I want you to roll a dexterity check. If it doesn't beat a 19, then she is able to successfully deflect your shot. All right. So the acorn hits the handle of the shotgun and directs it just far enough away where it blasts the wall. As that happens, the little brain creature gets scared and then runs over to Purity and hides behind it. It appears to be
I got 2 attacks, motherfucker.
I already said you only have 1 shell in the back of that thing.
Yeah, but I'm using the momentum of the blast to come up.
No, that's bullshit.
An underhand with the fucking hammer.
Well, okay, so you're going to try and smash it as it runs away. I'm going to have you roll a reflex check.
Reflex. All right, where's the reflex?
Well, actually, sorry, you don't have a reflex save in this. It's just going to be a straight dexterity check to see if you get see if you're fast enough to use an attack on it.
Oh,
you are not. All right, so the The little brain creature runs over to Purity's character and hides behind her, shaking in fear.
I'm killing it.
I'm
gonna kill
keeping it.
I'm going to kill it. I'm
I'm
letting
gonna
you know.
pick it up.
I'm as a player to player. I'm killing it.
Purity, you're picking it up.
Yeah, why not?
Oh man.
It licks your face and barks.
Woohoo! Pet dog. Dog brain, yes. Oh god, somebody made a Stretch Armstrong butter. I need to send this to you guys.
That's disgusting.
No, I found Art's character. Thank you, Apu.
While they're faffing around, I'm gonna take out a very large needle just full of melted butter, and I'm gonna stab it down into the monster that we smashed, and I'm gonna use that to cast Animate Dead.
On the xenomorph.
Yes.
Okay. You inject the butter into it and cast Animate Dead. The xenomorph is now alive again. I will send you the stats for it.
All right. Hey, a butter monster.
Essentially, yeah. All right. So, Art, there you go. So yeah, it will still have now that you've reanimated it, it will have all those same stats, and the attacks do work the same way that they would if it was alive. So yeah, so now you have the power orb. So the power orb, you can now return to the portal now that you've recovered that, and it seems like everything that was inside the ship is now dead except for the little dog brain and the xenomorph that you reanimated.
I'm just going to head back to the ship then. We've got the box. We got everything we need. We're good. And I got a pet.
That is horrifying. Oh.
Yeah,
God.
I'm not looking at general chat anymore.
All right, what the fuck? All right,
well, that
so
wasn't me that time.
So, it wasn't. Who was it? It was Jam. Yeah, it was. All right, so are you guys going to head back to camp now that you have your orb?
Yes.
All right, so as you guys are, you guys follow the tracks back to camp. Since again, it's the moon, they don't disappear at all. It's fairly easy to follow them. And as you get to the encampment, you notice that there's some kind of a bipedal creature that is going through your supplies. It appears to be sifting through boxes and crates. It's ripped the door off of the Acorn lander, and it looks like it's already muffled through there quite a bit. But it doesn't notice you yet.
I cast Call Lightning.
Will that work?
You cast Call Lightning.
Yes.
What is the range on that?
100 feet.
Okay. I'll say you can do that. So how much damage does that do?
3d10 on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one with a dexterity throw.
Okay. So give me just 1 second. So, and you said it's a dexterity?
Yeah.
All right. So let's see.
Sorry, Art, churn that.
That is only a +1, so that's an 11. I'm assuming that's a fail.
That is a fail, so that is 15 points of damage.
It's automatic 15?
Well, no.
You rolled. Okay. I didn't see that you rolled. Okay. All right. So that is 15 damage. So this thing takes an electrical charge, and it just you can see that it looks like it's smoking. It is wearing some kind of like a cloak, like clothing. But you see that it's kind of smoking, and as it turns around, you see that it has a tentacly face, but it looks a lot like the thing you reanimated. So it appears that it's somehow that creature spliced with a mind flayer.
I'm gonna chuck my hammer.
You're gonna throw your hammer at it. Okay, that's gonna be a dexterity check to throw it.
Let's see. It was
He has currently been stunned because of the lightning bolt, so I'll let you do that. Purity, you can also do a range attack if you wish.
I'm able to do it. That's part of the.
Right, no. But I'm saying that like your target is stunned right now because it just got hit with a lightning bolt.
Yeah. Attack hits unleashes a thunderclap. Okay.
I have a very dumb question for mine, so I'll wait.
Yeah.
You said dexterity?
Yeah, because you're throwing it.
Or wouldn't it be a strength since I'm using my strength to throw it?
Usually thrown weapons are dexterity, but yeah, because of the size, I'll give you that. All right, that's going to be a hit. And I'm going to say because of the velocity that is being thrown, that's probably going to be a crit as well.
Yep. So
roll for damage. All right, so that's crits. So that's 14 damage. So basically, you throw
this
your
hammer sucks at damage. What the fuck?
Well, so basically, you throw the hammer, and the head of the hammer impacts the creature directly in the chest and knocks it over backwards. And as it lands, the hammer just is kind of sitting on top of it, like weighing it down. Purity, you can do this simultaneously. So what are you going to do?
Can I use Moonbeam?
Hang on a second. Moonbeam.
That's bullshit because we're on the moon.
I know. I was about to ask.
bullshit because we're on the moon.
I was about to ask, would it be stronger on the moon?
Also, since it impacted, it releases a thunderclap, audible to 300 feet, and it needs to roll a DC 17 Constitution save.
He was already stunned. There is no Constitution
Oh, okay.
save.
All right.
How the fuck are we going to hear a thunderclap in a vacuum?
That is true. That is very true. Although it's going to be interesting. All right, so Cham, do you want to roll for the damage on the thunderclap?
Oh fuck! I'm trying to see what damage it does.
So yes, you can use Moonbeam because that technically doesn't necessarily come from the moon. It says it's a silver beam of pale light in a 5-foot radius in a 40-foot high cylinder. So you can do that, and because it's been put into a prone position, it's going to be 2d10 damage.
Okay, 2d10.
All right, so that's going to be an additional 11 damage that is done to it. So that's all right. That's an additional 14. So that's going to be 11, 14, and 14. So that's going to be a total.
Hold on. Why did I get a -1?
I don't know. You might have put that in by accident, so I'm not
Yeah.
going to count that. So that's going to be an 8, not a 7. Or sorry, that's going to be a 16, not a 7, because that critted. So that's going to be 16 plus 11 plus 14. So 16 plus 14 is 30. So that's 41 damage in total you guys have done to it this turn. So now that you have done all that, it brings itself up from the ground. It's not doing great. It's a little fucked up, but it still has the ability to do various things. And again, it is at least partly anyway a mind flayer. So it's a little it's a little pissed at hang on a second.
A little pissed at who? At who, Mike? At who?
Well, you hit it with a hammer. To be fair, so it's probably the most pissed at you. I
will not stand for this freaking tarnishing of my name. It's like everything is always Cham's fault. I didn't do shit. That was harsh.
Okay, so basically, because it is really pissed, it's going to use something called Mind Blast. And Mind Blast essentially means that it shoots a 60-foot cone.
Sounds orgasmic.
And that cone, each creature in that cone must succeed on a DC 15 intelligence saving throw or take 4d8 plus 4 psychic damage. So you are all encompassed in that cone at this point because you've all moved close enough to it to actually engage it in physical attack. Arch, you used the lightning initially, but you've all moved closer since then. Mind Blast. Goddamn. Okay, so all of you need to roll an intelligence save to see if you can resist that. Again, it's a.
I got a very good intelligence check, so.
I don't like this whole.
What the fuck?
Okay.
That's 3 nat 1s today.
Okay, next.
I'm back. What'd I miss?
Oh, I didn't know you left.
I said I'd be right back. I had to go give Joker his shot.
I completely missed that. So where did we end when you left?
We had just Cham and I just shot it.
All right, so Cham had hit it with the so you shot it with the moonbeam, Cham had hit it with the hammer. So it's gotten up and it's used its Mind Blast ability. Which means you have to roll an intelligence saving throw in order to not take full damage.
Cham,
Wait,
did you feel that nat
You do
20
not.
from the dumbest person in the party?
All right, so Cham, and Purity, you two are going to take full damage. Arch, you're going to take half. So I'm going to, and keep in mind, this takes a while for it to recharge, so it's not going to be able to do this on successive turns. So what I'm going to do is, so it is 4d8 plus 4. (13 plus 4 is 17. So Purity and Cham, you guys are each going to take 17 damage. Arch, you're going to take half of that. So I'm going to call that 8 damage. Yeah, I'm going to round down. I'll call it 8. So you take that, and everybody else takes the full 17.
Ow.
But that is also going to take up its turn because it takes a lot of energy for it to do that. So you guys are now up. I'm gonna say in terms of you guys we're gonna have to roll initiative at this point, but I'm gonna say because this thing just used that, it's going to go last by default.
Okay.
Are you sure?
You're going to go last, because you rolled in that one.
Quality of man, right there.
All right, so Cham, you're going to be able to go first, and at this point, you're within range where you can use both of your attacks. Excuse me.
Oh, well.
You also have to go pick up your hammer.
Well, going to be bludgeoning it with my fists.
Okay, you can do that. And then Purity, you'll go after Cham, and then it'll be the Mind Flayer's turn if it is still alive, and then it'll be Arch. So Cham, you can go.
Oh, for some reason it says just 5 bludgeoning. So let me look at it. The fucking thing. You know what? I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna
I'm
shove
not
my
using
fist.
the brain dog. Fuck that.
Does he have a mouth?
Yes, it has a xenomorph mouth.
I'm gonna shove my fist into that. I'm gonna use.
I knew
produce
exactly that's
flame.
what he was gonna do.
You're gonna shove your hand inside its head and then use produce flame. Okay, so that's gonna be aggravated damage. So whatever you do with that is gonna crit. Does it say that produce flame does any damage
2d8
normally? 2d8 fire. Okay, so you can roll. So what I'll have you do is roll for attack.
Oh well, that's. What kind of attack would that be? It would be
Strength based
strength.
because you're shoving your hand into his mouth. All right, that's more than enough. So yeah, so you shove your fist into his mouth and then you produce flame on the inside of his head. So this is what happens. So that's 13 damage, but that also critted. So that means that's going to crit to 26. Because it critted to 26, there's a lot of horrible things that are going to happen to this man immediately. And we're almost ready to go on stream, so this is going to wrap this up anyway. So, Cham, as you produce flame, you see that the fire begins to burn behind this thing's eyes, and after a second, you see the flames actually melt out its eyes and begin to destroy its skull. It does have eyes like a mind flayer. It just has a mouth like a xenomorph. So you manage to do that, and then the creature just sort of keels over and dies on the ground. So it's dead. That was the only other thing at the camp, it appears. There's nothing else there, and you guys have regained the power orb. So you can insert that into the portal in order to power it.
I immediately rush forward with my butter syringe again.
You're going to reanimate that too?
Yep.
All right, you do it. So basically, Arch, it has the same stats as a normal Mind Flayer, but it also has the abilities of a Xenomorph. So you have the Xenomorph page, so just combine the racial traits of the Xenomorph into the Mind Flayer, and that's what you have.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna grab my hammer and I'm gonna golf punch the brain dog.
No, he's in my hand. I'm picking it back up. Fuck you. Leave my dog alone.
Are you going to punt her with the dog?
No, shit. Bye. I already know
No.
what he's gonna do.
I mean, to be fair, you know how to fly.
No, I'm aiming strictly for the dog.
No.
She's grabbing onto the dog.
Well, she could grab onto it, but the force of impact is going to tear it out of her hands.
Well, the force of impact is going to hit her and the dog at the same time. It's a rather
Can
large.
I catapult him?
I think there's a weight limit on that.
We're on the moon.
You're right. Yes, you can.
Okay, what do I have to roll for that?
That would be an intelligence roll, and he would have to roll intelligence against it.
I pushed that too early. Shit.
Alright, and my intelligence said?
I believe it would be an intelligence saving throw.
What the fuck?
Ouch. Okay.
You
So
go
let's
flying,
see. Let's see what the distance is here. So it says 1 to 5 pounds, but because he's a barbarian and it's 1/4. Oh, never mind. Higher levels. Okay, so increased by 5 pounds of damage, increasing by okay. All right, so you're casting that at what would be 5th level. So that means you should have enough to cover it. You should be able to throw about 50 pounds. So
I don't want to damage him. I just want him to kind of learn his lesson.
well, he can be thrown up to 90 feet.
He's just going to be floating in the air now, isn't he?
Yeah,
You might send him into low orbit. He might just come back around the other side.
I mean, you have the crystal, so you'll survive. So do you want to send him into orbit? Okay. All right, so Jam, you're propelled 90 feet into the air, but because of the actual propulsion force, even after you've reached your point, you start to you go into orbit around the moon, and you're actually kind of in a synchronous orbit with the what remains of the rocket up there. But eventually you're going to come down into a spot.
Can I take this opportunity to run through the portal?
You're throwing your hammer at her as you're going up in the air?
At the dog, yep.
At the dog? Okay, roll.
Make him go
all right, roll dexterity. Roll, yeah, okay.
Woo,
All right,
it was a strength. Fuck.
Oh, yeah, sorry, it was strength. So that would be a plus. I was going to say I would just change it from a +2 to a +9.
No, he wants to make sure he tries to get my dog. Fuck that! I'm running through the portal. I want a chance to escape this.
Well, here's the thing that you're going to be able to do. So because you're holding the dog, you can try and take the hit for the dog.
I'll try to take the hit.
All right, so you're going to take the hit. That's going to hit. So Cham, roll for damage. 7. Okay, so Purity, you take 7 damage from the hammer, but you do protect the dog.
I am going to run through that portal like our lives depend on it, because me and the little dog's life does.
Arch has to put the power orb into it first.
For the love of God, please put it in.
Flip that.
Oh, yeah. I take the power orb and I just stand up and like, oh, where'd everybody go? Well, yeah, who cares?
Well, it's shaped into a bat. I'm gonna fly towards her.
There's no air.
You can't fly towards her. You're in orbit.
That's right. There's no air.
You're in orbit.
Velocity. You added your hammer to it too.
You will eventually come back down to the moon, but not right now. So all right. So Arch, you put the power orb in, and Purity, you and Arch exit through the portal. Are you gonna do a stinking cloud while you're in orbit?
Yes.
Okay.
He's just gonna go further along.
So as that happens, basically you're like the epitome of crop dusting at the moment. So you let loose the cloud as you're going.
I'm aiming my ass behind me to propel me forward.
You're just gonna keep going.
I'll give you. Okay, roll for that. It's just gonna be a straight roll because I don't think it really goes into anything. So roll just a regular d20 to see.
Please God, tell me he ends up in space.
Well, no, he's already in orbit, so he's just increasing the speed of his orbit. So it's basically kind of like, you know how there's those astronaut suits that have like little mini thrusters and stuff on them? That's basically what your ass is doing. So you're rotating around the planet, and you just see this green stink cloud like making like a ring around the moon. And it's actually, you can see it from Earth, to be honest, because you're farting for long enough. So it kind of looks like just this green nasty halo that's going around the moon.
That's awesome.
This is the dumbest thing we've done in a while.
So you guys go through the portal and you return to Earth along with the dog. And at this point, Herzog has woken up, and he kind of looks. He comes over to the portal after you guys have gone through it. Ah, very good, very good. Where's the big one?
He's in space.
He's currently pointing his ass in retrograde, I think, in order to lower his apoapsis below the horizon.
Oh, well, that is what the green-looking thing is up there. Okay, very good. So I assume everything was successful. We can start moving the tree-growing equipment.
Yeah, there's monsters though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. By the way, as soon as you guys step through, the reanimated mind flayer and xenomorph skeleton things that you guys made walk through as well, and he just kind of looks over the. Oh, that's new.
Oh yeah, they're butter monsters now.
Yeah, and I brought this over. I'm going to show him the brain dog.
Oh, an intellect devour. I haven't seen one of those in years. Is it is it declawed?
No, but we could declaw it as long as the big guy doesn't get near it because he keeps trying to kill it.
I just don't want it burrowing into anybody's head while they're sleeping.
He wouldn't do that, would you?
He ain't got nothing to eat here. And
it barks and licks you. And by the way, just to explain what happened to it, just in case you didn't get it, when it smacked against the wall, you gave it brain damage.
Oh, I know. The chat was already saying it too. They're like, "Oh, great! It fits purity. It has brain damage."
All right, so you guys return, and Acham, eventually you come back down on the moon as the other druids are starting to move forward the equipment. And after a few months, you guys have grown a fairly decent forest on the moon, but your goal is to make it a forest moon. So after a long while, you may be successful, but for right now, you guys, it is your ongoing mission to grow a forest on the moon. And I think that is going to be all we're going to do for Druids in Space, at least for right now. I might think up something else later on. So keep your characters handy just in case, but that should be everything for that. So that was
going to die.
That was pretty amusing.
Sooner or later.
No, he's not.
I will kill it.
No.
You're a douche.
You just got lucky to all the fucking that ones I rolled today.
Doesn't it mean that fate wants this thing to live then?
Nope.
All right.
It's going to die.
That's assuming we ever come back to this. All right, so but that is Druids in Space.
It went exactly how we expect. No, actually, people lived.
And that is perfect timing because Wep stream should be starting relatively soon. So I am going to dump out and go over to his shit.
Yeah. So we'll see you guys next time. I'm going to be over on Weaponized Nerd Rage's stream as well. See you guys next time, guys.
Adios.
Bye-bye.